Harmon ejection early on in the half. This is still a top 5 defense, and a squad that has not allowed an offensive touchdown in 11 quarters. Vernay, 7-step drop. He's going long. Fires to Markish inside the 10, and it's nearly intercepted. Was it picked off? Yes, it is. Trayvon Watson, the safety, is able to pick off Vernay. That is the first pick of the season against Joey Vernay. The freshman threw it right into double coverage.
Yeah, that looked like a play that was developing for something good for Fullerton. Vernay right there standing in the pocket, pump fakes to his left, looks to his right, throws to his right, deep in the corner at the 5-yard line, but it gets picked off. Riverside continues the dominance at home.
That's amazing. Following a long drive via penalty, it's the Tigers that finally are able to answer. Now 1st down and 10 from their own 3. Here, and Vernay, my apologies, threw his 5th interception, but has yet to score that touchdown that has been oh so critical in that loss to Grossmont. Shotgun snap, King with a flag down, fires low and incomplete to Jermel Walker, and that may push this football to the 1.5-yard line.
And another delay of game.
How in the world did that happen? Because that offense sprinted on the field about as fast as they possibly could. This officiating here has been oh so spotty here at home. Dan Gadino joining us here. Nick Rice live from Wheelock Stadium. 29-6, the Tigers on top. 5:04 to go in the 3rd. Shotgun snap on an empty set. King looking left. Fires to the near side and has his man, Isaac Whitney, caught to the 24-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 22. Move the chains.
Right there, the pro-style pass, the back shoulder pass. It has to be timed perfectly. You just throw it before your wide receiver is even looking. Great pass right there by Nick King to Isaac Whitney. The combination continues to thrive tonight.
Isaac Whitney, one of the more dangerous receivers in the state of California. I kid you not. He has the offers to prove it. Wildcat snap. There goes Foster to the outside. 25, breaking loose to the 30, and he's pushed out of bounds right near the 1st down marker. That'll be a 9-yard pickup, Dan. And Foster is now unleashing his speed to the outside.
As he should. I mean, this is a guy that was held back earlier in the season in a game where he only had 1 attempt. Maybe he was on a disciplinary
against Grossmont. Yeah.
And so all of a sudden tonight he's over 150 yards rushing and continuing in the Wildcat still. Nick?
Yeah, Wildcat snap again. Looking for that 1st down. Lowers his shoulder, trying to reach for the marker. And he may just have enough to move the chains. The 1st down make was the 32, and he got there. Moved the chains. Denzel Foster, now over 20 carries today. That's the first time that he's ever had that many attempts this season.
We'll see if Nick King could produce a driving drive here for a TD.
5th play of the drive for a march that started from their own 2. Christopher Anderson dots the I. He gets the call, and that play will go nowhere. A swarm of Hornets there to bring him down at the 35-yard line. 2nd and 8.
They continue on the ground because they trust it. This is a game in which they might break out for a greater amount of yards than they have in any other game tonight.
They're going to have to do that with Christopher Anderson in the lineup as Denzel Foster, holding his rib, was limping onto the sideline. We won't see him for a couple more plays. At least Christopher Anderson in the game as the pistol back. Play clock down to 4, 3, 2. Snap is back. Handoff goes to Anderson. Zigzags 35, and he pinballs out to the 40-yard line. And now the Tigers are about 2 yards short from the marker. 3rd down and short.
They will be punting.
No, it's 3rd down and 2. Nicholas King. Is it a quarterback scramble, or do you trust his arm in this situation?
Well, it looks like you're going to a 5 wide, so you've got to trust his arm. Yet, if something opens up down the middle where he sees a gap, he's going to take off.
I agree with you, Dan. Only 1 safety and 9 other guys in the box. King will take it himself, looking for the 1st down, reaching. He needs the 43, and he got there.
A design quarterback draw. Right there, Nick King being able to find the perfect hole to just reach over and get that 1st down.
2:47 to go here on Spreaker.com. 29-6, the Tigers on top. Clock keeps moving now as the Tigers move the chains again. A drive that started from their own 2. The 8th play of the drive for Nicholas King and company, and their 3rd first down on this drive alone. Foster dots the I. We have a flag down. That'll be a holding, as Foster is able to make something out of nothing. Zigzags from left to right and able to scurry out of bounds right at midfield. And no flag for throwing him late to the sideline. And that play, no matter how impressive against that Fullerton defense, will go back. That is a illegal shift against number 52 of the Tigers. That'll be a 5-yard penalty and repeat the down. The penalty was against Aquari Eddington, who's subbing in as the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it's 1st and 15, but the yard marker says 3rd down. That's why I'm being confused over here.
They have been shaky for about
I called
3
a punt when it wasn't
They've been
supposed to be
shaky
a
for
punt.
about 3 weeks, Dan. I mean, I apologize, and I'm not even in charge of that.
Well, thank you for apologizing on behalf of them.
It's the funny thing is the Tigers have moved the chains so much that I'm sure they're getting sick and tired of doing so. As
another flag is thrown.
Christopher Anderson catches and has room to run into enemy territory. I'm getting sick and tired of these penalties. It's not all the Tigers. It isn't. I mean, these Riverside officials need to stop. They really need to slow down. This is getting ridiculous.
This is ticky-tack. You're right. We'll see what the call is, though. They might be right. Well, I kind of disagree with that one. I think he got off the field on time.
Are you kidding me?
They weren't set.
Are you? I'm losing my mind here. I apologize. This is getting out of control. I mean, I kid you not. This is the 5th.
Hey, this is a game that could have been in the 4th quarter by now.
No, I'm not worried about that. Riverside could have at least another 10 points on the scoreboard if it weren't for these officials.
That's a great point.
1st down and now 20 from their own 33. Nicholas King off a 4-wide set. Christopher Anderson will now flank the quarterback as the play clock is down to 12. I have no problems with Tom Kraft heated on the near-hand sideline.
Another
that's Riverside's fault. Yeah, the snap wasn't even set before all 4 guys.
If I'm Tom Kraft, I call timeout and I rip this team apart. I mean,
it's not the team. I don't think it's the team. It's these officials as much as it is your Tigers.
So you're saying the officials are causing a little bit of mental lapses on these Riverside Tigers?
No, part of it is the Tigers. Okay. But the other part is, okay, you sub 11, or I'll make my argument after this play. King slings it near side and has Walker for 10. My problem is with the Tigers, or with these officials, it's not that the Tigers are getting away, are committing some of these penalties. The problem is that every once in a while, there may be a tiny flinch by the offense, something that's not even observable up here in the booth. And while it may technically be a penalty, you can't call everything, but that's just the game's going to be in the hand of the men in stripes, no longer about these players. Let them play as King fires to Whitney. He's got it, spin move out to the 49-yard line.
Boy.
3rd down and 4 now coming for the Tigers after a 1st and 25.
You bring up a good point, and going back to the men in stripes, in the NFL, they say there's holding on every single play. And this is a team that likes to work. I'm talking about the officials here. A team that just enjoys to be.
Well, this is. See, the thing is, this is going to help your Tigers later on. Okay, because now Tom Kraft, who looks to be winning this game handedly, and his offense has been able to drive down the field despite these mistakes, will have something to improve on throughout the week. Will be able to ripen his team about where in the world where all these penalties come from. Swings it out to a wide-open Foster. Has room to run. 45. Stiff arm 30. Open green grass. When he's even, he's leaving to the 5. Dives in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. It is a 68-yard score and the 2nd receiving touchdown today. 3rd on the season for JW North transfer Denzel Foster. He's in for 6.
Wow. Perfectly designed. Nobody covering Denzel Foster on the flats. Breaking away, perfectly designed
Not even
touchdown.
the referees can stop these Tigers. As with under 6 minutes to go, in fact, 19 remaining here in the third. The Tigers score again. The extra point by Jimmy Camacho, and he's perfect as well. The Tigers 36, the Hornets 6.
Give credit to the RCC Tiger offense. They didn't get flustered. All these penalties being called on them, definitely over 100 yards in penalties that they've given Fullerton.
Maybe 200.
Maybe 200. But they didn't get flustered. I didn't see any type of emotion other than on the sidelines. But the guys on the field, they remain calm and they understand the situation. It was a 3rd and long, perfectly designed touchdown.
Now the crowd's into it. They're having a great time following those penalties.
30-point lead, 36-6, 19 seconds left in the third quarter.
Did you see this coming 2 weeks ago when we played Grossmont?
I kind of did.
And got our rear ends handed to us?
Yeah, I kind of did. This was something that had to be addressed, and that's everything. I'm talking about special teams, defense, offense. Everyone on this team, the guys in the lower part of the depth chart, they had to improve. Everybody collectively had to improve, especially Nicholas King, a guy who had not been in the game at all until last week, finally developing into a great player so far.
Shamor will take it out of the end zone to the 10, 15, and he gets pummeled at the 20-yard line, able to stay on his feet and sprint his way to the 29. That'll be an impressive 31-yard return by their freshman return man. 12 seconds to go here in the third quarter, 36-6 our score.
I just want to give everybody a heads up and a visual on what I see. A lot of pink being worn tonight, and that's on behalf of breast cancer awareness and just cancer awareness overall. So that's cool to see that RCC gets involved in that type of stuff.
Along with the Fullerton Hornets as well. I mean, it's just a cause that never should go away. Breast cancer has taken the lives of many and has been an awareness by the National Football League, among others. Vernay will end the third with a play action and finds his tight end, Tim Holt, who's slammed to the sideline by Thaddeus Legrone. That'll be a pickup of 15. That'll end the quarter here once they start resuming play here in Wheelock Stadium, and indeed they will. So the Tigers, following a disappointing end to their conference play, enter this league matchup with a 1-0 start and are well on their way to another win here in the National Central Conference. 1 quarter to go here, Dan, and a 30-point lead for those Riverside Tigers, and a chance to finally see that Kelly Helinski kid get on the field maybe sometime this quarter.
Hopefully. I mean, the guy needs practice. The guy has had offers, like you said, from Maryland. And, hey, a great time to develop.
We're going to try to get you scores from around the junior college football world, as after 3 quarters, it's the Tigers who currently lead. Our score is 36-6 in favor of the hometown Riverside City College Tigers. From around the other scores in JuCo, we obviously had Long Beach Poly, the number 2 team in the state. They won 31-21 over Allen Hancock on the road. Citrus, it's a final. They lost to Bakersfield, and now they will drop in the National Central Conference. No longer are they the number 2 team in this conference. 1st and 10 from their own 42. Broughton 1-1 against a number 2. That's Jarrell Moss, and he has room. Able to beat Treshawn Broughton. How in the world did that happen? They ran the screen.
That's just one play.
Able to pick the cornerback, though, and he had no chance.
Yeah, Treshawn Broughton, Nick is talking about the shutdown corner for Riverside right there. Gets beat for a big gain, but it's just one play. And going back to Fullerton, we see spurts. We see these big plays being caused where they get 10-yard chunks, but they never seem to finish.
Yeah, it just takes too long for them to finish their drives with touchdowns. I mean, they still have a productive statistical day. Vernay finds Moss, but he drops the football, incomplete. Legrone on the coverage, impressive play by him. But, Dan, you're right. I mean, this is a team that probably will finish with over 300 yards offensively, but, I mean, it's far from a productive day when you only have 6 points on the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's as if once they get into Tiger territory, they let up currently now.
They're not the only ones.
Yeah, I mean, right now currently on the Tiger 43, and let's see if they let up or punch it in.
Into the game at safety is Quentin Hemphill. Back to throw. Vernay looking. Jonah Moy's got him. He makes him fumble the ball. It's loose on the turf. A flag is down. Tigers are all over that one, signaling they got it, but indeed it's the Hornets that are able to claim the football.
I've been saying this all year. Jonah Moy has been the MVP for this defense. Right there.